Hey YouTubers, X Factor here. How are ya? Of course, we're going to talk about Battlefield 4 real quick, and by this point in time, we've all seen multiplayer footage. They're featuring the Siege of Shanghai, a conquest map which has quite a bit of armor on it, including some tanks. I watched a late night interview with Patrick Bach, and over the course of the live stream, picked up a couple things about the tanks that a lot of people aren't talking about. And remember, this is alpha. Any of this can change. One of the hot topics right now is vehicle disables. A lot of people are saying on the multiplayer live streams that nope, they're gone, they don't exist, but they actually do. And we've seen a few, and they're very rare, and here is why. I caught a late night interview with Patrick Bach, and he said they changed the mechanic behind how disables work. In Battlefield 3, to gain a disable on a piece of armor, you just have to get it to a certain percentage. Doesn't matter if you get 2 or 3 shots in the front, 1 shot in the rear, it's percentage based. But now, Patrick Bach says they've reworked the entire mechanic and said now it matters how and, more importantly, where you apply that damage. And that's probably why we haven't seen many disables on live streams on the armor, simply because people aren't getting behind or in those precious spots that could be vulnerable, like tank treads and the wonderful rear shot, and just spamming fronts and sides. The next thing we need to talk about is ammo in tanks. Number one, the 50 cal has been buffed on pretty much everything. That is knocking people over left, right, and center. But there's this thought process that tanks have limited ammo. Well, they really don't. And let's explain the dynamic that's behind this. First and foremost, you have multiple shells loaded up within the tank. 1 in the chamber, 3 or 4 in a secondary slot. And you can spam those at the same rate you can spam them in Battlefield 3. But what happens when you run out of those? It's a penalty period. You literally have to wait 7 to 8 seconds for 1 shell to come back. And it starts reloading again. The question is, once you let that initial shell come in, if you don't shoot, do they start reloading faster? And there's going to be a whole new dynamic of how to play armor, and more importantly, the engineer game versus tanks. It's going to turn everything upside down on its head, and it's going to make you rethink the entire situation and how you push armor, how you defend armor, and of course the armor versus armor battles. Catch somebody in a reload and you got a full canister full of shells, go get them. Free kill because they can't shoot for 7 seconds. Again, this is all alpha footage, and some of that was speculation with how to disable. What do you guys think, YouTubers? Do you like this new mechanic with the tanks being limited? Now these things can't just sit on a point and just drop shells of death and just keep spamming. Do you like that the 50 cal is buffed? What do you guys think? Let me know. As always, YouTube, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.